Okay.
McKenna home run, huh?
Pair of wins today to open up the tournament invitational. I guess. Pair of wins. Yeah. How are you guys feeling so far? Day one.
Yeah. No, I think the response from Clearwater and just had a lot of talks about just pitching and defense a little bit. So I thought we came out today and attacked the zone pretty good, made some defensive plays, and it's nice to see Ashton get after some good outings there for us. And swinging the bat has been there. I think the first pitcher was a little bit unusual, just mixing the speeds there. So I had to make some adjustments on that side. But yeah, no, great to see the team get the 2 dubs. And now we got 4 more games in 2 days. So getting some rest and get back out here tomorrow.
You talked on Tuesday with wanting to see the pitchers kind of do things in small segments, put good pitches back to back, at-bats back to back. How did Reed, how did Danley do that tonight?
Yeah, I thought Reed did great. I thought Mimi was really good coming in. Allison really good coming in. I think that's another part of it. So it's the ones that are starting are good, but it's the ones coming off the bench for us and relief or closing mentality. And that takes a while to get used to. We saw that with Kat last year too. So I was really happy and pleased with that and excited to mess around with that again tomorrow.
I guess, how do you think Danley did today so far in the second game?
I thought she was great. Velo was up, got some good ground balls and good moments, and we needed it. Definitely I think her poise is starting to come into, she's a ball player, so being a two-way player, a ball player, and feeling that confidence and having that poise in the circle and, not the freshman moments anymore. So she's feeling pretty good and settling in.
Michaela's first home run in that second game, that at bat, just how impressed were you by what she did? She fouled a couple off there where it seemed like she was real close, and then obviously she sent the one packing.
Yeah. We all know what Michaela's power, what she's capable on the power side. I think she's been really working on the consistency side and having really good plans and approaches at the plate and keeping that within her at-bats. And so, you get to a point as you become a veteran and you expect a little bit more out of yourself. And so, just trying to be in her corner in the sense of how she's managing that between her ears. And I think she's doing a good job of that and continue to work on that. But it was an impressive swing, and I even think the other one, the changeup, kind of low in the zone that she took out to center field, was an impressive swing too.
Did you like how this team managed Sunday to Wednesday before playing again after?
Yeah. I think again, I go back to we put a lot of financial support into our technology piece and our recovery pieces, and so I as a coach could really think that's important, and the team could just take advantage of it. And they think it's really important, and they make sure that their rest and recovery is something that they take time to do. And so I think that's a big thing for us, especially when you go 6 games, turning around 2 days, and then going out to the West Coast. So if we don't do the little things now to prepare us, then that 10 to 20 day spread could be really tough for us. And this team is very mature. I say that, only need everyone, and we're going to have some new faces mixed in, but our upperclassmen have done a good job for these freshmen to really be locked in. And Jasony right now, she's just even keel, and you would never really know she's a freshman when we haven't seen it. And I think that's a lot of our upperclassmen pouring time into it. So the whole team is taking advantage of preparation right now.
What's the freshmen's just been like from, last weekend to this weekend so far?
I think probably the biggest thing I've seen from the freshmen right now, this class, is just how tired they are at the end of a weekend. And I'm going to say that's a little bit to the stimulation of the weekend. So, last weekend we walk into the park and there's a lot of people for autographs and hellos, and that energy spent, which is incredible, but you don't really know to expect that. You expect the energy spent in a game, and then we have these pretty, back and forth games and a lot of energy, and then they leave in the weekend like, oh man, that was a lot of energy. And how do I manage that? And I think that's been our conversations all along, is how do we manage taking the time that I need to calm and settle down, and then the time I need to be about the team. And so those have been a lot of the talks right now.
It looked like at the final at-bat of the game, a few of the younger players got to get in as well. It looked like, one of them got on base, and there was a kind of an explosion of excitement from the dugouts too. I guess, what was it like to see them wrap up the game in the way as well, and still be able to score and finish out the game?
Yeah, I think sometimes it's a good problem to have, to sit down for 45 minutes and figure out the lineup. We have a lot of people right now doing a lot of great things, and we have to think of our future, our Kennedy Harps, and we have to think about current, our Dev Flaherty's and Ochos, and we have to think about the confidence piece and the matchup pieces. And so when you really sit down and you look at, and then everyone's producing and taking advantage of their moments. For Angelique right there, she has worked so hard to come in first pitch, get after a swing, you know, and it's not just a flare. I mean, it's a hard hit up the middle. And so, one, it excites the whole dugout because everyone's excited for her opportunity. And two, for the fact she took advantage of it, you know, again, like raises the bar for everyone else to keep working. And so that's only going to make us better as if everyone takes advantage of their moments and gives us opportunities. Yeah. So, and I mean, Amaya Ross today, I mean, just, I think, you know, if any sports fan talks about, you know, the player that they like to see and grow, I mean, she would be the one you talk about. She just works and works and works quietly. She's a great teammate. She's super athletically talented, maybe wasn't a softball player and has turned herself into being a softball player. And so now when you see her sit change-ups and hit rise balls, that has been days and days of work. So you just can't smile, you know, can't stop smiling when someone like that gets chances. And so, so I think that really sparks the whole dugout too.
You know, go ahead.
Is she the fastest player you've ever had on the base paths?
Ooh, I would put her and Callie Herod. Callie Herod could run. And I think the thing about Amaya is she's got like closing speed. You know, it's like she's fast, and then all of a sudden she's at third. It's just, it's crazy. That comes from Pops, I guess, you know, or maybe Mom, I don't know. But yeah, you know, Pops could run. But I think that just her sense now, so there is fast, and then there's smart fast. So Amaya was fast as a freshman, and she could steal some bases, and now she's starting to run with her head up and take advantage of bases because she's smarter in the game now, and she's worked her tail off in that. So I think Devin's the same way. Devin Flaherty got around the bases today really fast, but because they are running with their head up and making their own decisions instead of coaches making decisions for them. So, so that speed plays.
You mentioned 6 games in 3 days. You know, what goes into you making sure, you know, you guys are staying, you know, fresh and stuff like that. You have a lot of games in a short time period.
Yeah. You know, this goes on to them of, you know, everything they've put in all season long to make sure that they're in a strong position. And again, I go back to how serious is your recovery. Is tonight like go home and get in bed and get some rest and you're ready for tomorrow, or is it going to go out and eat and hang out and do those things? Those all take away from, you know, game 6. So I think those are just the talks that we continue to have.